What's up, collective? Hi, I'm Ori Till, also known as J.Lorraine. I wanted to come back for one more video because I want to go in depth a little bit, not in depth, just kind of like skim over a little issues I've been having. I've already told you about the app issues, right? So I had to record like 10 times before it would upload. And I was kind of a little aggravated, and I don't think I got the message out, you know, because these people, and I'm going to give you like a download that I got. Um, I believe it was either this morning or yesterday after I was doing yoga and meditating. It is something that I've known. Um, if you study certain things and you keep up with certain outlets of space or exploration, without going into saying any names. It's not one or the other. It is just things that people in those positions felt like needed to be done to save our earth. So let's backtrack to 2012 when everything changed, okay? Everything changed for a reason without me going into it and saying too much. I want you to understand that when I told you about Christ, let me go back to the previous first video that I did get to upload. When I talked about Christ working in both energies, which he was God in the flesh, he was fully man and fully God. And, you know, he was in the temple. There was people selling flea-bitten doves for sacrifices to his father. And the closer you get to the father, the more like offended you get. So you can imagine his only begotten son, how offended he was when they were exchanging money. He went in and you can look this up, the story in the Bible about him, throwing the table of the money changers over. And he also went and fashioned a cat of nine tails, which I was talking about in the previous video. And you got to think, like, he was not changing his mind. Because, first of all, if he fashioned it, that was just a word for saying that he made it himself, right? So he goes to a tree, obviously with sturdy, hard branches to be able to fasten the leather straps with a nail onto. And then he put 9 nails into each 9 leather straps. And he went in there and he beat the people out of the temple. So I'm not telling you that to degrade or take away his divinity at all. I'm just explaining that he was fully man, fully God, and that even Christ got offended for his father's sake. And he beat those people out of the temple. And, people try to make light of it, but a cat of 9 tails rips your skin off, okay? So that's what they flogged him with, actually. So I just want you to know Christ like I know Christ. Because with the Christ mindset, you can overcome assaults, you can overcome attack after attack after attack daily. And I want to end that there, and I'll go further into it in other videos to come if I am not stopped like I have been 100 times. 100 channels have been stolen. Thousands of video, personal, creative content of mine, including books I wrote, poems and literature I wrote. The emails were stolen. The numbers were hacked. They refused to give me my numbers back. This was a big wall coming up against me. And, the first book report I ever did in my life was Martin Luther King, and I reverence him as someone that was, my middle name is Lorraine, and he was taken from us, not us, we weren't born then, but from humanity at a place called Hotel Lorraine. So I think that's not a coincidence that I have that name and that I feel this way for this great man that did such great things for our humanity. And I share every bit of his values, and I share every bit of his ideologies about unity. And it inspired me at a very young age, as well as the Holy Spirit putting me here to do this. That is the utmost reason I do what I do. And I'm just saying that Dr. Martin Luther King inspired me, encouraged what was already placed in me before I was placed in my mother's womb, the purpose that I was sent here to do. And I'm interested in your purposes. I'm interested in talking and exchanging equal give and take with other people, learning from you as you may take anything I say and learn from it. Okay. I just wanted to make that clear that I was not trying to degrade Christ. I also misspoke. In that video, I believe that I cannot go to the Father except through the Son. It is written, but open mind is open mind. That means it's an open gateway for anyone that believes anything to come in and listen to my teachings or messages and teachings and come to your own conclusion about where you are with Christ or where you may want to be with Him, or if you're interested in having a personal, intimate relationship with Him. I just am big on clarity. I wanted to clarify and correct those mistakes, those misspoken mistakes, and maybe I had misled people in the way that I had talked because of the resistance that I'm getting trying to upload these videos. So I wish you love and light. I wish you peace. I do, in my heart of hearts, want you to be able to experience the joy and happiness in any situation. It is also written, I believe it was John, he had learned to be content, whether in plenty or want, um, whether he was going through the most adverse things that you could go through, or his life was pretty cool at the moment. You learn to remain who you are, unchangeable, unshakable, when you tap in to Christ and you allow Him to plug into you and enter your soul, enter your mind, enter your heart, and you pray for a new mind, a new heart, a new ability to be in self control, self discipline over your feelings, your emotions, and how you process these things. How you process things that have happened to you, or maybe things that you have done yourself. You look at them, it happened, you accept it, you learn from it, and you pray over it, and you move on. I've never been depressed in my life, and I came from a very abusive home. I've experienced a lot of adversity in my life, and I smile through it. I praise through it. I worship through it. I draw my strength from Christ through it. And so that's my journey. And it entails a whole lot more that I'll get into later. I just wanted to clarify. God bless you. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm experiencing a lot of things right now that is trying to hold me back. And I will talk to you soon. So be easy and God bless you.